And a good morning to you. I'm Shaquille Lord. Today I'm joined by two very special guests, Heather Cass, Chelsea Van Hook. They're here to talk about Invest Louisville, which is run by the Community Foundation. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And speak a little bit about Invest Louisville and the Community Foundation.
Yeah, so thanks so much for having us. The Community Foundation of Louisville is a nonprofit organization that has been trying to help our community through philanthropy for the last 40 years. We do that by helping individuals make their giving more streamlined, more convenient, and hopefully more meaningful, and also by running our own programs and services that really try to address some of Louisville's biggest challenges.
And what are some of Louisville's biggest challenges and the reason why this is important?
Yeah, so Invest Louisville is a great, exciting program, and I'm so excited to talk about it. But it's really trying to address three areas that we feel like are really holding our city back right now, and those are affordable housing, land development, and entrepreneurship or job creation. And it's such a great program because it's a new investment option. So it's a way to invest your charitable dollars, not necessarily in the stock market, where, you know, the stock market is made up of companies that are all over the world that aren't necessarily working right here in Louisville. But Invest Louisville invests in local businesses, local projects, local nonprofits that are focused in one of those three areas. And so it's just a way to fill that gap, because we all know that we have neighborhoods in Louisville that haven't received the same types of investments that other neighborhoods have. And so that's what we're trying to do.
And of course, there are billboards all around town with Invest Louisville. Really quick, how does the process work?
Yes, great question. So as investors and fund holders decide to opt in and participate with us, that creates a pool of resources that our team can then use to identify local projects to invest high impact financing into. And so again, we're investing in the areas of affordable housing, entrepreneurship, as well as community development. And we're specifically using loans, lines of credit, and debt guarantees to invest in those projects that are ultimately going to create a social impact in our community. And the last thing I'll mention is that these lines of credits and loan that we're offering, we're doing it well below market rate, which is really impactful for the projects themselves. But it also means that our investors who participate with us will earn a modest financial return because of their participation.
So for folks watching this saying, I want to give back to the community, I want to get involved, how can they do that?
Yeah, so there's several ways. I'll have Heather actually answer first.
So anybody can make a gift into Invest Louisville at any amount. And then you're part of this amazing program. But if you want to actually be an investor, you can create a new Invest Louisville fund with us, and then you're actually going to be part of that investment. You're going to get a financial return. Your investment will earn a social return as well. And you can go to our website, investlouisville.com, to learn more about how to open a fund with us, or just learn how to make a gift to contribute to this exciting program.
Can you all say how much you all have received up until this point? Because I imagine a lot of folks, you know, people care about the city of Louisville and investing. I imagine a lot of people want to be part of this.
Yeah, so we've already had 25 investors participate with us, which is amazing, so exciting to just get us started since July. And we've raised about $9 million in capital through those investors. However, we have so many projects to invest in this city. We have a pipeline of about $24 million in investment requests. So we have a lot more resources to grow in this area and a lot more capital that we can deploy.
All right, if you're hearing that and you're interested in learning more about how you can invest in Invest Louisville, make sure you go to WLKY.com later this afternoon. We'll have an article posted with all the information that you need to know. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll send it back to you.